everyone see and hear me? Give me a shout. It might. There's a few things I've got to put out on here. Right. Can you all see and hear me? If you can, give me a 5B5 in the chat. It is quite important because I have a new studio set up. Let me see if I can show you this. Listen, the other thing I need to say to everyone is my back is absolutely killing me. Less than an hour ago, I was laying on the floor for about 20 minutes and couldn't get up, right? And when I say I was in pain, I was in pain. And if you look at my... Oh, careful with that back. If you think I look like Stephen fucking Hawkins, if anyone says I should be in the Epstein files, you will be immediately blocked. Right? Recent showing, Liam T. Show, Dear Graham, you said I find you well, mate, you enjoying your week. I felt the need to say, I don't know what that's about. My back is killing me. Right, so if I cut the show short, it's because I'm trying to get upstairs to lay down on the bed. Phoned a doctor, the GP this morning, and they said, "Oh, we'll triage you and call you back if we think you need an appointment." Right? I'm laying on. Let me tell you something. It was fucking agony. Right? I mean, I know I've had an operation on my spine. It's the same type of pain. So as long as you can see and hear me, if I cut the show short, don't panic. It just means I know I've got to try and get and lay down and get any pressure off me back. Sitting down, as it definitely hurts, and I don't know why. So the main subject tonight is going to be, there's a number of things. Good evening, DD and fellow patriots. Pierce, Jack, 86. Everyone's coming on board. That's what I like to see. Hopefully, in the description of this video is the video with Liam Tuffs and myself. I'll ask the audience as I speak to give me... let me have a look and see if I can put this on there. Give me an English flag in the chat if you thought it was a good show for the English. And again, give me an English flag if you think there should be more of that on YouTube, where we're talking about England and discussing the real problems throughout the world. Did you say a cigarette? That'd be lovely. So everyone should be seeing and hearing it. I'm seeing loads and loads of English flags in the chat, which I've put up on the screen. There's one black flag, which probably comes from YouTube because they won't allow us to put the English flag on there. They will probably, I mean, I don't know how many it's had. If you see my face change, it's because I'm getting a pain going through my back. So far, it's had 2,000. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. I'll refresh it. So I won't put that on yet. I'll bring that. Someone said to me, and I just thought I'd show you this. Right, I'll bring it up on the screen. Someone said to me, "What was all that about?" Where you said that. So I want to show you the first part of it. So basically, I said to Liam Tuffs, if you edit this, if you edit out the Jews, if you edit out the Jesuits, if you edit out the jihadists, you're going to get a bullet in your head. Right, let me go back to the main screen. I'm hoping you all thought that was funny. Uh, that is not, if you watch the video. He clipped it, and it's a clever bit of editing because I was actually discussing the Russian mafia, the Italian mafia, the American mafia, and also the Jewish mafia. And I said the Jewish mafia is the most powerful in the world. Is the most powerful in the world, and I just thought to myself, what would happen if you went? If you was, not I thought to myself, I've said it to us, us. If you go against the mafia, if you're a Russian and you start speaking, you're a Russian. Not all Russians are in the mafia. It's obvious, right? Not all Americans are belonging to any form of mafia. It is the highest level of corruption and organised crime there is, right? And they infiltrate at every level, and that is what you've seen. So, if you was Russian and you started to speak against the Russian mafia, and you need someone at high level to go against them, which I believe Putin has, because he's the only one who dealt with organised crime in Russia in a big way. But if you was a normal citizen or everyday citizen, and you started to talk about the Russian mafia or the American mafia or the Italian mafia, not only would they shoot you, they blow up your kids. They do. They're the most evil people out there, right? And that's what I was saying in that part of the interview. And as you go through the interview, it is obvious. But what a clever bit of editing, because everyone says said it looked like you was threatening to put a bullet in Liam's head, right? Well, that's what editing can do. And by the way, I've got no objections to clever editing because me and Liam got on like a house on fire. We was having some proper discussions on and off camera. And then in the end, he said, listen, we're going to have to stop that. We need to get on camera, right? So, and we did. And I've got to tell you something, I really enjoyed it. He's a lovely fella. The other guy that was there that was doing the video work, just stayed in the background, and we had a chat. But Liam did say to me, it was one of his most enjoyable videos because it didn't matter what the subject was. We was going through it, and then, I was explaining that the English Constitution solves all these problems, and it does, right? So I referenced, one of my pals is a Jamaican, or Jamaican descent. He's English, right? But he's a Jamaican descent. He's culturally English, is why I describe him. And he does not call himself British, right? My whole point is second generation. There was a difference between him and his brother. His brother does all the patois, thinks he's a yardie, walks with a limp and kisses through his teeth, right? And even my mate gets the hump with him and says, you've never even been to fucking Jamaica. What's the matter with him? And literally like that. And says, what do you look like a fucking idiot, right? Yet my mate's got dreads down to his arse. He's proud of his culture and where he comes from, and he regards himself as English, right? Not British. But also he understands from watching me and knowing me for a long time that he couldn't be, as a second generation immigrant, and even though born here, his parents weren't. He knows under the English Constitution he couldn't be an MP or have any position or authority. And he says to me, I don't want to be an MP and I don't want any position of authority. I've got enough of running my own life, let alone anyone else's. So, really and truthfully, that's what it's all about. So, just to make sure everyone gets it. So, if you want to get that up on the screen, put that on there now. If you agree with me on that, my back is like pinging. Just put it out there. Western Supermare. So again, 7th of April, Western Supermare. We've got an English constitutional seminar, and I want everyone who can get there to get there. Advertise these. There's some more we're going to be doing. I'm going to try and show you, if I can, this mini setup. Let's see if I can bring it up. I'll switch it to my other phone. Here's one of the emails that I got today, and there's lots of them. Dear Graham, hope this email finds you well and you're enjoying your week. I felt the need to say, loved your interview with Liam Tuffs. So very interesting. It made me a little cross, however, how Liam slightly disowned certain topics, saying that maybe some of his viewers wouldn't agree or enjoy hearing your point of view. Did you read any of the comments at all? Well, Liam was wrong. You had a great reaction from his viewers. They loved you and your views. It's worth a read. I have been reading through the comments. As always, fascinated to listen to, bringing so much hope. Thank you again for speaking out and for all the work you do. Hope your walking is easing your discomfort. It's been good and bad, to be honest, but with terms on nights. So what I'm going to try and do now is just show you this new little setup. Hopefully I can switch my camera. If this goes pear-shaped, but it is going a bit weird. And then we're going to put it on. Why does it say that? Pause. iPhone Wi-Fi disconnected. Optimize continue. Let's disconnect from Wi-Fi. Plug it in with a cable to use Wi-Fi. I don't want to do that. Disconnect. Cancel. Has it gone off? It ain't gone back on again. Let's see if I can put it back on there. Oh, it's not done it. Hang on a minute. FaceTime camera. All right. It's saying it doesn't want to connect to my iPhone. Okay, I won't then. Right. Oh, fuck. My back is going. I don't know what to do with this back situation. I tell you, it's driving me mad. Let me take that off the thing. Right, so the main thing tonight is people need to know. If I cut the show short, it's because my back's in spasm. And if it's in spasm, I'll be in absolute agony and won't be able to talk to anyone. But don't panic. It just means I'm getting up the stairs and laying on a bed, and then I'll be looking at any show notes, etc. Is that got water in it? I think going out. Might be mate. Richard. So great evening, Sue Ellen. Why don't we want to restore Britain? Sean Tile, let me have a look. I've gone green on chat, not in voting terms though. Oh, why have I gone green in chat? Everyone's out there. Sean Tyler. I hope you feel better soon, DD. Blessings. No, it's just it. But let me tell you something. I was on the floor an hour ago. I couldn't get up. It took me 20 minutes in the end to try and get up and then get into the. And then when I was laying down, it started to calm down. But it's definitely sitting down. It does something, and I don't know what it does. So even though Epstein massage, DD, instant relief. Thanks for that. Someone's already said to me, like sitting in that chair, you look like, what was it?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawkins. He was in the Epstein files. So hopefully, anyway, everyone see it and understood exactly what that was about. Now, we could have gone on forever, and we could have talked about a number of different situations. Um, I believe I am going to go on there, but it's teamwork that gets us on these shows, right? And again, if you think, they took me down with just under 100,000 subscribers, then 25,000 subscribers, and I took that one down. 2,500 subscribers, took that one down on YouTube, took me off of Facebook completely. And all I do is talking about the English Constitution and English law. If anyone remembers on Facebook, I've done a 20-minute video about the Metric Martyrs case, and that was in 2016, right? So 10 years ago, and it had something like 1 million views, right? And what I did was was dressed in a suit and had a pound of bananas sitting on my shoulder, because it was one of the most intriguing constitutional cases for many years, and it's still law. 2002 was the judgment with Sir John Laws, and he referenced the Constitution. He referenced the hierarchy of laws, but in that he also said that if you're going to change the Constitution, you must, and you do it with a parliamentary bill, you must say on the face of the bill, you must tell the people, because there is a political consequence for what you're doing. And certainly some of the most damaging, everyone talks about, it's just after the war years, it's gone pear-shaped. It was well before that. The 1911 Parliament Act, we were warned by our parliamentarians, and that act was pushed through Parliament by the Fabians and by Sinn Féin, right? That was an attack on our governance system by external communists. That's when we started paying MPs, and we were warned at the time, you're going to create a political class. You don't want to do this, right? So there are consequences to any changes to our constitution that many, and that includes the Jews Relief Act and the Oath Act of 1858. Rothschild was one of the first, or was the first Jew to get elected who could then take a non-Christian oath. And then coffee nearly went everywhere then. And then we've had many, many different situations. I'm getting a bit concerned about how long I've been sitting for. What I might do, only because it'll be difficult to shut this off, is tell you I hope to be back on here tomorrow night. I've got to be careful with me back because I don't want it going into massive spasm again. And I'm going to try it and get laid down on a bed and in a comfortable position so the pain starts going off. But what I want to do is to thank everyone for looking at it. It's had well in excess of 40,000 views. Let me go and have another quick look at that and see how many it's had at the moment. And I'll spin it and tell you. And then I'm going to be aiming to... Oh, I wish you'd stop saying that. 50,000 views it has now had. One day ago. Let me have a quick look. I want you all to share this as much as you can. I want you to go, because you're the people that put this out there. I'm only your spokesman. I'm nothing more than that, right? I'm just an ordinary person. There's nothing special about me. You're the people that assist England in getting this message out there. We are English, not British. We want to go back to English governance. We want to restore the English Constitution. We want to restore England. But most importantly, what we must do is we were passed the eternal flame of freedom by our ancestors. And we, as the current generation, should pass that eternal flame of freedom to the future generations. And we can only do it if we work together as a team. I want everyone to go onto that video and thank Liam for assisting with putting the message out for England and for understanding. And let me just make this clear. I do not attack EFO nationalists. I am not an EFO nationalist, but I respect their opinions, and everyone else should, because what they are doing is protecting their race, their culture, and their country. My main disagreement with them is many of them consider themselves to be British. I am not British. I am English. And England has existed as a nation, as one nation under God, since the year 927. So for 1 year off 1100 years. And prior to that, we had the separate kingdoms of England that joined together. Ben Habib come out with some nonsense the other day about England and the English not existing as a people. That's coming from a Pakistani, where Pakistan has only existed since 1948, created by the British, again, created by a petition system. I want everyone really to understand that not only was he talking nonsense, he started talking about kings and queens being foreign and German. I agree. But predominantly he's talking about a country that he believes was created in 1707. What was created was a unitary state, a political union. And what preceded the Acts of Union was a treaty between Scotland and England, right? Understand that the treaty and the Acts of Union were put in place to protect the Constitution and the common law of England, the Constitution and the Roman law of Scotland, and to remove fanatical religious groups from taking control of the countries again, right? And the people that initiated that are Protestants. People must understand that the Jesuits are the military wing of the Roman Catholics. They are the military wing of the Romans. They are the secret service of the Roman Catholic religion. Their central point is the Vatican. They, as part of the Roman Empire, wanted to control the whole world. The Bill of Rights, with its ecological causes, forbids Sharia, Jewish law, or any other form of law where religious fanatics take control of your lives. So just want everyone to understand that. And the more you share that video, the more you are respectful but firm with these platforms, the more they'll listen. And just to make sure, I am making sure everyone understands this. Sean Atwood put me on a very large platform. Andy the Gabby Cabby put me on his platform. Many other people have put me on their platform, including Norfolk, which I will be going to in July. Again, another 2 day seminar. We've got our own one coming up in Lincoln. And again, the truth, let me see if I can bring this up on the screen for you. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but what I don't want to do is tear the ass out of this. I'll bring this up and see if I can share it with you. Oh, that's the wrong button. Let's see if I can bring this up. There it is. That share. So if this comes up on your screen, hopefully it does. Right, and now what I'm going to do is play it for you. So I'll be going to this one as well. This is in Norfolk again.
Freedom and unity return to Hopefully Norfolk this summer. Join the Truth and Freedom
Tell me if you
Festival
can hear
on
this.
July 17th
I'm
and
not sure that you
18th,
can,
2026
hear it.
at the Angel Inn, Larling. 2 days where like-minded men and women gather to share ideas, raise the frequency and explore truth. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m, enjoy guest speakers, topical presentations, then from 7 p.m. to midnight, relax with live bands, singers, and a resident DJ. Camping pitches for tents or vehicles. Freedom and unity return to Norfolk this summer. Join the Thetford Truth and Freedom Festival on July 17th and 18th, 2026 at the Angel Inn, Larling. 2 days where like-minded men and women gather to share ideas, raise the frequency and explore truth. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m, enjoy guest speakers, topical presentations, then from 7 p.m. to midnight, relax with live bands, singers, and a resident DJ. Camping pitches for tents or vehicles, with or without hookups, are available at a reduced rate for festival goers.
Someone's just said Mark Atwood. Mark Atwood has interviewed me before. He's a really nice fella, and we are very alike.
With street food, festival stalls, and real ales. All for just £20 a ticket. This is more than a festival. It's a gathering inspired by the spirit of Thomas Paine. The Thetford Truth and Freedom Festival, July 17th and 18th. Don't miss it.
So there it is. I'm going to take that off. Let me go back to my main screen. That was where I saw it. 5B5. So you heard it all right. That's good. So there's a lot of action still continuing. Again, I can't do what we need is you on social media, and I'll continue to be the mouthpiece for the English Constitution, English constitutionalists, which is us as a group of people, and England. And again, there's two ways of looking at this. The easiest way to do it is to avoid the Acts of Union. You would go back to a common law union, which we had from 1603 up to 1707. Or you would need to void, not repeal. It's really crucially important. Void anywhere between 20 and 50 acts of a parliament immediately. And void means abolish, just to make sure you all got it. And then you'd be able to get rid of all the people you want to get rid of and start returning England. And you need to return to being a non-secular nation and an armed nation. So again, you would have shires and counties as militia. Right, I am going to say good night, God bless. Again, smash that out there, leave loads of comments. I'll be reading through the comments on Liam Tuffs' video tonight, and hopefully I'll reply to a few of them. But the more positive comments are going on there, and thank him for allowing someone to speak up for England on that show and to say what their opinions are, not just in terms of the Jesuits, but the Jewish mafia. And again, Graham's not against all Jews. We've got Jewish members. But someone needs to start talking about this Jewish mafia, because they are extremely dangerous people. And then you've got the jihadists. That's it. Good night. God bless. And I will see you all tomorrow night. And don't forget what I believe in. The Constitution is the solution. Let's see if I can take a photo of this. And I will send it out to everyone. Hopefully I can take this photo before I leave. Let's put it on there. Put it on there. Put it on there. Alright, I might have to do a video instead. Right, so there's my mic. Clicking on the video. Alright, and there's the lighting. There's the video and the studio. I'll see if I can send that out to people. I might be able to clip that out tonight. Let me see if I can push that in there. Like that, like that, like that. And forward. Tiddly poo. Ivar, good night. God bless.